Why is it that many Thai cultures are pretty much the same with India? So this is something if we observe all across Eastern Asia, Southeastern Asia, pretty much the cultural bedrock of Southeast Asia is basically Indian culture. It's because of nearly 3,000 years of Indian influence in Southeast Asia. So it all begins with the region of Kalinga, which is now called Odisha. So we had these merchants from Kalinga who would trade with Southeast Asia, with Thailand, with Burma, with parts of Indonesia, Cambodia, Laos, etc. Right? Uh, the Champa kingdom was it wasn't the Champa. It was one of the other kingdoms which was founded uh, by a merchant from Kalinga, Funan. It was called Funan. So yeah, you had a great deal of influence for almost 3,000 years going out of India, cultural contacts, trade contacts, and all that. So it began with, as far as we know, it began about nearly 3,000 years ago with the uh, voyages of the people of Kalinga to Southeast Asia. Thailand was very much part of this sphere of influence, and this basically increased over the centuries. Later, obviously, as we know very well, you had the Chola suzerainty over most of Southeast Asia, which persisted about 1,000 years before today. So the Chola Empire incorporated most of Southeast Asia all the way to the Philippines. And the Cholas, they propagated Sanskrit and Hinduism throughout this region. The Kalingan people also did the same, and that's how we have such a deep impact of Indian culture all across Southeast Asia. So this entire region was once a Hindu region. Everyone practiced Hinduism, not because Hinduism was imposed by force, but because it was slowly absorbed and taken up by the people of this region, right? And some people say that the Cholas spread Tamil in Southeast Asia because you have speaking people in Malaysia and Singapore. That is not correct at all. The Tamil speaking people of Malaysia and Singapore are a result of the migrations which happened during the British Raj era. The British sent lots of Indian indentured laborers, essentially slaves, to these regions to do hard labor, and most of these people happen to be Tamils. And the people of Malaysia who speak Tamil and the people of Singapore who speak Tamil are the descendants of these migrations did not happen during the Chola era. During the Chola era, what was spread was Sanskrit and Hinduism, right? So Thailand was very much a recipient of this cultural exchange. Thailand was pretty much a Hindu kingdom. It still is, even though Thailand, even today, as of today, is a Buddhist country officially. It's a de facto Buddhist country, but the royal rituals, the royal coronation, weddings, etc., are officiated by Brahmins, and these are done by with Hindu rituals, right? So the royalty still practices Hinduism in a way, because see, it doesn't call this a Hindu practice or anything, because there is no real difference. I have said this time and again, there is no actual difference between Hinduism and Buddhism. There is no delineating boundary or any such thing. So that is the reason why Thailand has so much Indian culture. I mean, if you go to Thailand, it all is indigenous Thai culture. It is all Hinduism or Dharmic culture with Thai characteristics, very much Thai. So it's very much indigenous, and yet they are more proud of their Indian heritage than us. If you go to various parts of Thailand, you will see enormous statues of Ganesha, enormous statues of Shiva, the statues of Vishnu everywhere. You see temples of Vishnu throughout Bangkok. One of the names of Bangkok is Indrapuri, right? And in Suvarnabhumi airport in Bangkok, you have this great tableau of the Samudra Manthan. So these are all manifestations of Thailand's ancient Hindu heritage, Indian heritage. And that's the reason why it is there, because of these almost 3,000 or even longer years of contact between India and the rest of Southeast Asia. India has always been a net exporter of culture. India has always exported its culture to other places. India has absorbed culture only in the past 1,000 years, and that too under duress. It was not willing. It was not done willingly. It was imposed upon India. But Indian culture has spread outwards always willingly. India has never forcibly imposed its culture anywhere, whether it's in Japan or China or Korea or anywhere in Southeast Asia. So that is the reason, my friend, why Thai culture is pretty much the same is Indian culture if we look underneath the surface.